we just wrapped up the...
Oh, I'm not filming yet.
Oh. Ready? Done?
Okay, go.
We just finished putting... So it is day 4 now of this project. It is 98 degrees outside, 60% humidity in Georgia, so we are sweating to say the least. We are about to put in the hardware cloth on the garden fence. We're going to use the Jeep to give some tension to the hardware cloth as we install it. And this is our first time doing that, so we'll see how that goes. We did it by hand when we did the
fence,
the regular fence.
Yeah.
So
that sucked. So we're gonna try to use the farm jack to pull tension on it. Should be a whole lot easier, hopefully.
That's the goal, at least.
Yeah. And the gnats are out.
Already.
Here
we go.
So I think what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna roll this all the way out. Stand it up over by the Jeep and then tension it and start stapling it. Well, staple it and then start tensioning it. Like we said, we did it by hand the first time, so only one of us could hammer at a time. Okay, and that's it. Our garden fence is done. Alright, so now we'll get this end, I think. Jack attached to the front of the Jeep. So now once we get everything set up, we should be able to pull tension on it using the jack. We haven't done it before. But we've got a pretty good idea of how it should work. We're going to use some ratchet straps. I think you're supposed to use like chain and T-posts and all that, but we don't have enough spare T-posts. We have plenty of ratchet straps laying around, so we're going to use ratchet straps. And I think we're going to be able to make it work. So the board is somewhat weaved through the fence here. The ratchet strap is hooked to the board and the jack. So we should look at that.
Nice.
It's like we know what we're doing.
We just gotta fix the bottoms to get them up next to the posts.
Yep. Yeah.
But other than that, it's looking pretty taut. So that worked so much better than trying to tension it by hand, going one post at a time. We just knocked out 1, 2, 3, 4 foot, 8 foot sections in 2 minutes.
And all we really did was just hammer. The jack did all the work.
All the wire, and we just went back, and it also allowed us both to be able to put the hammer at the same time versus last time he was pulling and I was slowly hammering, because I don't know if you know this, but those U-shaped nails are the most ridiculous, hardest things to hammer in.
You're guaranteed to squish your fingers.
Yeah.
So. But now we have to figure out what we're going to do for
the
this
next
front
section
part.
with the gate. So, what were you thinking, dear?
I think if we pull straight across, as if the gate's not even there, we pull all the way, we'll park the Jeep back here, we'll pull tension all the way across, and we'll basically close the gate in. And then once we get everything hammered, we can go back and we can basically cut the gate out.
Right.
I think that would be our best bet. So we'll get that set up. We'll get the Jeep moved and we'll give it a shot, see what happens.
All right.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut the fence here as opposed to wrapping it, and then we'll do the same thing like we did down there. We'll pull it towards us. These are eventually going to have the 1x4s over it anyways, so you wouldn't even see the part where we cut it. It would just make it a lot easier, and we'd actually be able to tension it the right way. So we're going to cut the gate out real quick, and then it's time for a water break.
We also pulled this post out. It was a little snug and it was rubbing, so we used the
Tension of the fence
to pull that slightly away. So now we have a easy gliding gate. It's coming together. Measure what? The fence?
Like
I
how
had a
much?
rough estimate in my head.
That it was going to work.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this is how much we ended up with left.
Leftovers.
2.5 feet maybe, so we kind of barely made it. But we made it. So we'll cut off this extra. And there you have it.
We have a fence.
We officially have a fence around the garden.
So one unfortunate thing we did realize upon finishing this, and talking about how easy it was with the Jeep, when we do the inner fence, we're not gonna be able to put the Jeep in there.
So back to pulling it by hand.
Luckily it's not as far.
Yeah, that silver lining doesn't work.
Hey, well, we did figure out using the stick and intertwining
Yes.
that, pulling on that rather than trying to pull on the wire with your hands is also much easier.
Yep.
So if you don't have a farm jack and you are going to do it by hand, we just used a 1x1, I think it is.
Yeah, so this is how we did it. It's nothing fancy. There's no like chain involved. It is just I think they're actually called furring strips is like the technical term. It's probably 1/2 inch by 1 inch. And this is just your regular old cheap ratchet strap.
So if you can get that intertwined and have somebody at the end just putting their body weight into it,
Pulling tension, yep.
that anything that can help give you tension is going to be better, and that's going to be easier on you because you can use your body weight versus grip strength.
Much easier.
Yes.
Now what?
Now we need the water system.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.